Hi, welcome back. It has been a minute since I posted a video, and that's what we're going to kind of talk about today is the future of Lindsay Reads, my goals, plans, all of that, resolutions for 2024 with regards to reading and my channel and just life in general. So life in general, let's start there because that's like a whole conversation that I haven't had with you yet. My life this year is going to change dramatically, or it is already in the process of changing dramatically because I decided to go back to school. Yep, I am currently in a master's program. As you may or may not be aware, I do work at a university, and one of the perks of working at a university is that I do get discounted tuition, and I figured, why not, while I have the opportunity to get a master's degree at a discounted rate, why not go for it? I'm actually getting a master's in the program, the degree field that I work in. So it's not related to my undergrad degree whatsoever. It is completely different from anything I ever thought I would do. But I've been working in this department for almost a year, and I have found a love and passion for this that I didn't ever think I would have. So I'm in health sciences. I'm getting a degree, a master's in health promotion, and I'm excited. I'm very excited about being in school again and getting to work towards a higher degree. I've always kind of had grad school in the back of my mind, but I had a kind of crappy undergrad experience, especially in the last couple of years, so it kind of put me off from pursuing anything else. And then I worked for a few years, and obviously we know, if you've been around for any length of time, you know I've had a couple of traumatic job experiences over the last few years, and now I'm in this really great job and I love it, and I've been encouraged by the faculty to pursue more. So that's what I'm doing. Getting back into like a regular routine and getting back into like the student mindset while also being an employee has been a bit of a challenge so far. And I'm still trying to figure out my new normal, especially considering this past week we just had snow. We had snow days for 4 days. So we've been out of school for almost this entire week. So yeah, I'm not really sure what the future of my channel looks like for this year because I'm not really sure. I'm still trying to figure out like the balance of work, school, being a wife, like my partnership with my husband, you know, living in my house, doing, you know, household things, and then also hobbies. Like I'm still trying to figure out how everything fits in and my routine and my plan for the whole year. I'm just taking 2 classes, so it's not like I'm doing like a full-time student load or anything like that. I'm taking 2 classes. One of them doesn't even start till March, so I'm only in 1 class right now, and then I'll have 2 classes starting in March. The thing is that it's going to be an adjustment, and so that's what I'm trying to figure out is what are my goals for the year around being a student and pursuing this. That's kind of where my mind is at right now, is like, what does the future of my channel look like? And I don't really know. What I do know is that I love YouTube. I love this platform. I love making content. I've been doing this for a long time. You know, I've never stopped. I mean, I've had periods of time where I wasn't as active on YouTube, but it's always been in my brain, like I make YouTube videos about books, and I love that. I love having this creative outlet. I love having this, just in general, this outlet to talk about the books that I'm reading, because I don't really have anybody in my personal life that reads nearly as much as I do to talk about books with on a regular basis. And so I've loved for the longest time having my channel here to just talk about books and get those thoughts and feelings out. I'm definitely not like going away. I just have to figure out, like I said, I just have to figure out what my routine is, what my new normal is. I'm taking the time to pursue a higher degree, so that is the most important thing. Like, well, job and school are the most important things to me right now. But I still want to make time for hobbies, because if I don't do that, then I'll burn out, and these things aren't going to be, they're gonna suffer if I don't have that balance. Also, I should mention that like going back to school was a very last minute decision. Like going back to school this semester was a very last minute decision. I was planning on starting in the summer, and the advisor of the program was like, let's start in January. Let's start in January. So the last part of December and the beginning of January was me like rushing to do a bunch of things to get ready to go back to school. I literally got admitted to the program 3 days before school started, so it was a whirlwind. So before all of that happened, my goal really was to dedicate a lot more time to YouTube in 2024. I wanted to get back to making videos regularly. I wanted to post, I had a goal to post like weekly vlogs. I had this whole video schedule mapped out. I even, like, in my bullet journal, you can't really see, but I have every single month laid out here, and then I have all these videos that I was going to post and like when I was going to post, and I had it all planned out. Going back to school a little earlier than I was anticipating kind of threw a wrench in that a little bit, so I'm not really sure. My plan right now is that I want to post at least 1 video every single week from here on out. Obviously, like, we're 3 weeks into January, and this is my first video since mid December, so it's been a minute, but I do want to post at least one video every week. Ideally, I could post more than one, but I'm gonna try for one video every week. I haven't really even decided like what day of the week it's gonna be on or anything like that. And then I also want to sprinkle in some vlogs. Maybe not necessarily reading vlogs. It might be like life vlogs, like master's student vlogs. Like I don't really know what they're gonna look like, but I'm gonna throw in some vlogs as well. One sit down video and or a vlog every single week is sort of my goal. And at the very least, the very minimum, I want to post a wrap up at the end of every single month. Whether I can talk about the books throughout the month as I'm reading them, I want to at least be able to talk about them at the end of the month. I'm guaranteeing one video a month, which is my wrap up, but I'm aiming for one video a week and also some vlogs sprinkled in as well. I'm also going to be posting more book related content on TikTok. I have been posting fairly consistently over there, and I really love TikTok as an outlet, a different kind of outlet from YouTube. And as much as I love BookTube and creating content, I have noticed, especially with my lack of consistency over the last like year and a half or so, that my like video engagement has gone down quite a bit. And I'm not saying that I make my videos for the views. Obviously, I've not been making videos all these years for the views. But anybody who posts content online and tells you that they don't think about the views, the numbers, at least to a certain extent, is lying. Because anybody that puts the time and energy into something like this is wanting somebody to watch it. Like, obviously, I want people to watch my videos. And because my consistency's been down, obviously my views have been down, my engagement's been down. And that can be a bit disheartening. After, you know, putting a lot of time and energy and effort into making a video, for it not to even hit like 150 views is sad sometimes. For me, it's sad for me. And with TikTok, obviously, the engagement level is higher. It's like kind of an instant gratification thing. I post something and then the views go up pretty quickly. And I like that. I like that. Honestly, I'm just, you know, honestly, I like it. And I get a lot more engagement over there. So I'm going to continue to post on TikTok, probably more consistently than I'm posting here. I'm going to continue to post here, at least what I said, and we're just gonna see how it goes, because obviously I could get like a month into this master's program and it'd be too overwhelming to even continue to do some of these side hobbies. So we're just gonna wait and see what happens. I'm not making any like hard and fast plans for anything. I'm just gonna feel out what works best for me right now, and we'll see how it goes. So those are my life and content goals. A bit up in the air, but when isn't my life a little bit up in the air? Let's be real. I do have some reading goals that I'm striving for as well, so let's talk about those. I've got my bullet journal here, and I'm gonna talk to you about my reading goals. My first reading goal, which I set before I got into a master's program, was that I wanted to read 120 books in 2024, which is 20 more books than I've ever set my reading goal for ever, but it's also 30 less books than I read in 2023. So I'm trying to find the sweet spot of like reading more every year, but also trying to read more quality books every year. Like, I want to challenge myself to read more every year, but I also want to read books that I actually care about and think I'm going to like. I didn't really have the most stellar year of reading in 2023, so despite the fact that I read almost 160 books, I only had like 5 real standouts. It's part of the reason why I didn't end up posting like a favorite books of the year video, because I just didn't really have a lot to talk about, and I didn't feel strongly enough about many things to make a whole YouTube video. I did post one over on TikTok if you want to go check that out. So I'm trying to find like a good sweet spot, like reading more than I have, but also reading more quality books than I have. So I'm aiming for 120 books, but I'm reserving the right to change that, to lower it if it becomes a bit too much, or I feel like I'm putting too much pressure on myself to hit that number. It's just a number. I really don't care at the end of the day. I just want to be reading and liking what I'm reading. My second goal is that I want to read one nonfiction book every single month. I do this challenge, or I do this goal every single year, because I have a ton of unread nonfiction on my shelves. I feel like I probably will read more nonfiction, especially now that I'm in a master's program. I feel like I'll probably reach for more kind of nonfiction type reads to learn more about the field that I'm going into. One nonfiction book at minimum every month, but hopefully more. I have so many unread nonfiction books. I have so many nonfiction books on my TBR in general that I just want to read some of them this year. My third goal is that I want to be reading my own physical TBR. I feel like this has also been a goal the last couple of years, is that I want to read the books that I actually own and not try to add more books to my shelves. My main goal this year is to get the books that I own on my physical TBR down to 50. It's currently at 106, which is 3 more than it was at the start of January. But I think 50 is a good number to strive for, whether it be like reading the books that I own, or actually like having a hard look at my shelves and sitting down and unhauling some things that I'm no longer interested in. I think I can get that number down to 50. Along with that, I want to spend less money on books this year. I can't say that I'm gonna like quit buying books completely, because that's just not really realistic for me, but I would like to spend significantly less on books than I did in 2023, which I actually didn't really spend that much money on books in 2023, and I read almost everything that I spent money on. So I'm really not that concerned about the money aspect of it. Just generally, I'd like to spend less money on books, use the library more, read the books I already own, etc. So yeah, those are my goals this year. That is what the future of Lindsay Reads looks like. It is a bit uncertain at the moment, but hopefully we can kind of find our groove, find our balance for the year, and it can be a great year in school, in work, in reading, in content creation, just all around. I'm really hoping for a good year. I need a good year. I really need a good year, and I think that this could be the good year that I need. So that's it. That's gonna do it. That is 2024 for me, and we're gonna see how it goes. I hope you'll stick around for the journey that is going to be me finding a new normal. Hopefully I'll keep you updated along the way, and you'll see much more of me this year than you have, or much more consistently this year than you have in the past couple of years. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. I hope I didn't miss anything. I think I talked about all the things that I wanted to talk about, and if I didn't, well, oh well. Let me know down in the comments what some of your goals for 2024 are, whether they be life goals, personal goals, reading goals, whatever. Let me know what some of your goals are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will hopefully see you again very soon. Bye.